Okay, our YouTube is on now. I'm going to go live now. Here, Sudhi. So I apologize to all our viewers. You realize that I'm not technical and we're trying to get on YouTube and everywhere to share these teachings. So let us continue. I was talking about this concept of Patanjali Yoga Sutra, of where the sage talks about the scene, the world that we are seeing, and the seer. We are the seers. And what are we seeing this world with our eyes? And lot of times what we are seeing with our eyes is not correct. It is not true. Why is that? Because what we are seeing is being influenced by something behind it, behind the eyes. What is it? It's our mind. And when that mind is disturbed, that seeing is disturbed. We don't see the world clearly. So when the mind is still, the vision is clear. And this clear vision is known as Viveka, which is discriminative ability. And this discriminative ability is what gives us the right direction in our life at every step. Whether we are making decisions in the physical world, whether about our education for youngsters, about our marriage, about any decision, business decision, whether you want to be successful in the material field or you want to be able to perceive that it is the witnesshood. And what is the state of witnesshood? Where you are able to perceive there is something beyond you that is seeing this entire existence. And that is what is talked about as witnesshood that we arrive in meditation. And that is the state of silence that we arrive in meditation. And this is why meditation is as important as breathing. Without this clear perception in our life, we cannot be successful in anything. That is the reason why humanity is going towards degradation. We are killing our plants, we are killing our animals. There is no rainforests. And this vision, clogging of the vision, is what has separated human beings. We who all belong to one kingdom of living and let live, coexistence, was the nature of the human being. He coexisted with nature in everything. But we divided it now. We became so clogged with the impurities that we collected that our vision is so blurred. We became islands on this earth. There is no more solidarity. What is this solidarity? It is union among people, union among common interests. What is our common interest? We are all human beings, beings of love that need to go through this earth plane in a balanced way, happy way, with a spirit of celebration. And that spirit of celebration is gone when we became islands. And how did we become islands? Our vision is clogged. How did our vision get clogged? Our mind completely getting involved in this external world. It collected several impressions on itself and cluttered the mind. And now the mind lost its ability of silence, and the mind has not cooperated for the human being to see things very clearly. That is why we meditate. That is why the sages, whether it's Patanjali Yoga Sutra, leading the human being to that state of balance. What is that state of balance? It was not about God realization. It was about the state of balance, arriving at that state of clarity and witnesshood. So, from that state, you are able to perceive things clearly in the external world, and also you are able to perceive the presence of something that is beyond, and that is your true self. And that is why when the seer is established in his own self. That is the state of absolute balance. And that is what we are striving for. And to arrive at this state of being, we need certain steps. We need some help. What is the help that we are looking for? We are looking for somebody to pull us out of this well. And that somebody is the transmission emanating from the consciousness of a capable guide. Not every guide can transmit this vibration to divert the thought flow. The thought flow is very powerful. In the ancient times, when sages were meditating, with this thought flow, they were trying to move through the chakras, the seven so called chakras. But the flow from the source was so strong, they were not able to swim direct. And that is when the great elders of the Heartfulness Institute, revered Lalaji Maharaj and revered Babuji, they discovered a new way, a new highway to eternity. And that is the discovery of the heart region and the mind region and the central region, a bypass way instead of the old technical way, instead of the old technical way of trying to do it with self effort. And most of the sages were failing. How do we know that they were failing? Because our history shows that even a great sage like Vishwamitra fell for passion. So that is where the elders designed the method in such a way that we overcome the slower tendencies of the human being while we are journeying in the heart, in the human life, where we master ourselves. So when we actually move into these higher dimensions of being higher beings, we don't succumb to that fall. So in heartfulness meditation, everything is designed in such a way that the travel is easy. The bypass road is so easy that you just fly through it. It doesn't take time. And in this process, connection to the living guide is very, very important. Because, you know, if you want to get electricity, if you touch, you will get a shock. But if you go to the switch, you get the light depending on the voltage of the bulb. And that is why even in the Hindu temples, for the idol, they tie the eyes. Why? Because human beings cannot have a direct vision, directly jump into this source, because the vibration of the source is so potent, and with our impurities, we can get destroyed. It is not that we are untouchable, it is to protect ourselves from that state of purity, not to destroy, but to make us grow into that state of being. And in between is this switch, this catalyst, the presence, the superconscious state of the Guru. So, in the meditation, when we are meditating on our own, we have to make these efforts to connect to the Guru's consciousness. And that is where the prayer comes into being. Prayer is power of humility. Power of prayer is humility. So, in prayer, when we are connecting to this superconscious, we have to bring ourselves to that state of humbleness. And what is this state of humbleness that is creating? It is like when water is flowing. Anything, if there is a vacuum, if how are the vacuum cleaners created with the concept? When there is vacuum, things are sucked. When there is a vacuum in our heart, we also receive the life force into ourselves. And that is the concept. So now I'm going to share um, a screen that gives us steps of meditation. In this, we will go step by step at home when you are meditating. How can you meditate and arrive at this inner state of silence. How can you connect to the Guru? And in the process, we will also explore, like when we are exercising, what is being affected when we are exercising? It is our physical body. When you walk, you have overall health. But if you want to develop muscles, what do? You lift weights to develop that particular muscle. So this is what happens to us, is we have to do the right way to develop certain skills. And so when we are meditating, what is being affected? It is not our physical body that's being affected. That is where there is some confusion. People think that we can practice physical yoga and achieve this inner silence. It is not possible. When we practice physical yoga, it has an effect on the physical body. When you practice the meditation, where does it have effect? It has the effect on our energy body, the subtle body. And that is where I want to share my screen. So this evolution, spiritual evolution, it is a process of evolving from a heavier consciousness to a pure consciousness. And we have three main bodies in our system: the physical body, our energy body, which is known as the subtle body, and our causal body, which is our pure self. That is the state we want to move to. The witnesshood state is the state of our soul, which is pure, which is just watching everything, which is not making any decisions of any sort. It is going through the experience of the earthly plane. The moment the mind gets involved and indulges into this external world, it gets trapped and it starts this cycle of vrittis known as impressions, and it promotes this cycle and we get trapped in the cycle. In the Vedic philosophy, there is a story, a funny story, but it is an important story. A farmer, he has bananas, and every day, he leaves them out, and this monkey keeps coming and stealing, and it becomes unbearable for him. So he wants to catch the monkey. So he left a bottle, and the neck of the bottle is very thin. Only one thing can go in. And he left a banana in there. And the monkey comes according to its schedule and puts its hand in it. And he's trying to take the banana out, but only his hand can come out. It cannot pull both. And now the monkey is trapped with this desire for the banana. And so the farmer comes, catches the monkey, and he's beating it. So the only thing the monkey has to do is let go of the banana, and he's free. So this is the analogy given to us. We do not let go of our wishes, wishes that are putting bar to our freedom. So the simple process is let go and you are free. So in meditation, these are the steps that we take. In the prayer, if you will be surprised with the heartfulness prayer, how potent is this? In that prayer, the first statement is about reminding yourself of the goal. That the goal is, yes, we know the goal is the source, but the way to the goal is through the consciousness of the perfect guide on the planet Earth, who is connected to that ultimate source. Because in his consciousness, divinity has descended and purity is there. And that is what you want to become. A lot of times people think that, oh, is it I'm worshipping a man or worshipping a guide? It is not that. It is the principle. When somebody follows Mahatma Gandhi, what was that they were following? They are attached and they like the thought process of Mahatma Gandhi, that he believed in non-violence and he stuck to his principles. So they liked those principles, they connect themselves to their Gandhi's thought process, and they start to live their life like Gandhi, and they wanted to become like Gandhi. It was the principle of Gandhi. So also in the heartfulness way, when you have a guru of a high caliber whose consciousness is so pure, where divinity has invested itself in him, And his consciousness is able to transmit that prana, the vibration, to us, so we can use that catalyst to become that consciousness, that superconscious state. It is a very high goal. It is not an ordinary goal. And in that state of fine superconsciousness, vision is very clear. You live life in a state of balance, peace, and spirit of celebration. So, these impressions, these desires that we are getting involved in, they're creating impact on us, and that impact is on the subtle body. And so the physical body's evolution is automatic over a period of time because it is all matter. Physical body is associated with matter. And our soul is associated with the absolute, ultimate, immutable purity. But where are these impressions being collected? They are being collected in our subtle body, our energy body. And when we meditate, it is this energy body that is filled with vibration that is bringing the transformation in us. So, what are the changes that are happening? Daji says, first, as you meditate, your thinking becomes feeling. The mind's nature is to be and feel, but it got involved in the external world. And so now it is coming back. It is called pralaya, dissolution, where we came from the center and we expanded. Now we want to go back to the center, we have to contract. That is what the step of pratyahara is, where the senses that went outward are now consciously being diverted inward. So the mind comes to a state of contemplation, and then intellect becomes wisdom. That means this discriminative ability dawns on us as we meditate, and ego gets refined. That means now you come to the state of humbleness to know that something else is witnessing the whole thing. You are nothing but a small speck in this vast universe. And this is the transformation happening in our energy body as we meditate. So that is why we meditate, for this spiritual evolution. We regulate our mind and make this consciousness inside ourselves evolve. And in this energy body, it's like our physical body, we have several organs that make our body function, our lungs, our hearts, our kidneys. Same way in the energy body also, there are pockets of energy fields. And these pockets of energy fields are known as lotuses or chakras or knots. Babuji calls it knots because of the impressions. Originally, what was a lotus and a chakra became knotted because of the impressions that we collected. And how do they collect impressions? How do they know which knot collects what? There are 5 major energy fields. And just like our physical body is made up of the 5 elements, our energy body is also made up of 5 elements. And each energy pocket has one element dominating, that is depicting the nature. And in this, the first element is the earth element, the first point, which is approximately 3.5 fingers above your left nipple, and 3.5 fingers below your right nipple is the ether element dominating vibration. 3.5 fingers above your left nipple is the element of fire, the vibratory field of the fire domination. But all other elements also exist. And 3.5 finger above the right nipple is the water element. And in between this fire and water is the air element. And these disturbances in these elements, because of the vibrations we collect in the life, makes us disturbed beings. The moment our interaction with life happens and you lose your balance, that negative vibration enters into this subtle body through an opening. Like how does food enter your body? Through your mouth. Same way, this vibration enters into your subtle body through an energy field called C, and it goes in, disturbs the first point. Your balance is disturbed because of the earthly nature is all about balance. And when the balance is disturbed, peace is disturbed. When peace is disturbed, you're emotionally unstable. When you're emotionally unstable, You get scared, fear manifests, and then you lose your discriminative ability, and we are lost human beings. And that is where, in the heartfulness method, we have step by step methods, and there is an energy field called B, point B, where all the lower tendencies are stored. Just like how the physical body functions, when you wake up, you have ablutions, you let go of, release all the, excrete all the impurities out of your body before you put in the food. Same way in the meditation, in this location where from the center of the sternum going four fingers inward to the earth point area, there is a vibratory field known as point B. In that vibratory field is where all the lower human tendencies are stuck, and these lower human tendencies kind of program our mind to react to things. If that is not cleared, at some point you will react to passion, jealousy, greed, hatred, and all that. So, for us to come to that state of balance and poise and stillness, we have to let go of that. Like the monkey, we have to let go of this banana. And that is one of the steps of the meditation we will practice. So, how are the impressions forming? Thoughts leading to actions, repeated actions becoming habits, and that habits becoming our program, our character. And that program is what designs our destiny. And that is why Daji could very bravely say that, we can design our own destiny if we learn to regulate our thoughts in meditation, where our actions becomes purified, our habits become pure, our character becomes pure, and our destiny thereby is under our control. So for this, we already learned that we will utilize the power of the mind, power of the heart, power of prayer, and power of intention. Thought backed by will is the power of intention backed with the prayer. So we already located this point B, one finger width down from the center of the sternum, going four fingers width into the left side of your chest. That is the location of point B, where the lower tendencies are. So the steps of meditation is, first thing, you want to have a particular place when you meditate, because a place creates an environment. How, what is the example? We all go to, as youngsters, we go to, as old people also, when we go to a party or a wedding, we dance. The moment we are getting onto the dance floor, without our knowledge, we are moving, because the music has created an environment where you are automatically moving without thinking. Disco. Same thing when we meditate at the same place every day. Our thought is going towards the silence. So the atmosphere becomes silence. And so when you enter that place, it is conducive for your training of the mind. So that is the first step. The next step is, you want to meditate every day at the same time, same place, and preferably before sunrise. Same time, because it's an automation. In Germany, when they were milking cows, they were milking them at 6 a.m. and the machines were on. But on the fourth day or the fifth day, without the machines being on, the cows are giving milk at the same time. Automation. So also in meditation, the connection with the ultimate has to become automated, where it knows, oh, every day this person comes. Even when a beggar comes to us, if he has the same route every day. At same time, we know this fellow is coming at this time. So there is an automation. And why meditate before sunrise? Again, like how the same place is creating an environment for us that is conducive. Before sunrise, nature has an environment that is conducive for the thought to connect to the inner silence. And in Sanskrit, it is known as Sandhigati, where the day meets the night meets the day. In the morning, it is conducive for the thought flow to go towards the source. And in the evening, the same thought flow can push negativity out of ourselves. So, time is important. And posture, asana. Because, when the water is flowing, when the pipes are erect, the flow is direct. So, also, because we have energy points in our spinal column, in our heart region and all that. When the spine is erect, you are alert and you are able to receive the vibration emanating from the guide's field. And then you relax your body because you're not forcing yourself. You relax and let go. And then you come into your sacred heart with the intention, power of intention, that I am connecting to my heart. And then you locate this point B. Mentally, you make an intention. See, a lot of times people say, oh, is it exactly like one finger here, one finger there? See, when we give guidance, like you have a map, Tirupati is here, Nellore is here, Chittur is here in the map. But exactly when you are traveling, is Tirupati just 1 inch from Nellore? It is an idea that's given. So the vibratory fields in our heart are there, strong vibration, vibratory fields. It is not exactly that they are 1 inch. It is for our idea to have an idea that around this location is this vibratory field. And how do you connect? Not by knowing the location, by your intention, you connect with that location. Approximately, you know where it is. You make the thought very humbly with lot of love that I am now connecting to this point B. And now I am using the sankalpa, a prayerful sankalpa, coming down to humbleness, making the intention, the impurities that are clogging this point, the lower tendencies known as kama, krodha, lobha, moha, matsyara, excess passion, excess greed, excess jealousy. All these lower tendencies are actually leaving my heart's field. And as this is happening, my soul is glowing in brightness. That is the first step of meditation, which is the point B cleaning. So, for a visualization point of view, we are just giving you how impurities leave as smoke, because they are seeds that are being burned and they are leaving as smoke from your heart's field. From point B, all these lower tendencies are leaving, and as they are leaving, my heart is glowing in brightness. And this point A intentions, it is a vibratory field where we meditate upon. We make the sankalpa that the source of light is present in my heart, and my thought is being attracted. I am being attracted to this light because this is a positive vibratory field. The nature of this positive vibratory field is this field is connected directly to the guide's consciousness and to the source. So, whatever sankalpas you make, they create your fate. That is why the heartfulness guides are brilliant when they made this concept where the heart beats. It's approximately at this point A area that the source of light is there and the light is drawn, attracting my attention towards it. I am one with it. All these intentions. And later on, we will learn some more intentions that we can make at this point A to bring the character transformation. So, on the heartfulness prayer says, fix your goal. Thou art the real goal of human life. What is this thou? The consciousness, the superconscious field of the guide is the real goal. We are but slaves of our wishes. So we are like a monkey. We are saying, I know I have to let go, but I'm not able to let go. Help me. We are but slaves of our wishes, putting bar to our advancement. And then the third concept is only your consciousness, which has the divine and the divine power in you. That is what the superconscious state of the guide is. It has the divinity in it and the divine power also to pull us up to that state of being of his superfine condition. And so that is how the prayer is said. So, what is prayer? Prayer is an attitude, it is an ambience. So, when you come into this heartfulness prayer, you bring yourself, first step, you enter the heart, release the impurities, and suggest that your heart is filled with love and utmost humbleness. And from that state, you acknowledge this goal that you truly want to have. And then you acknowledge your weakness that, yes, I'm not able to let go of these desires, which are very poisonous, which are affecting my mind, and which are bringing the imbalance in me. And only your state of being, which has both God and power in it, can bring me up to that state. Call from the heart. Prayer is a call from the heart. And the moment we connect, like how we go to the switch and we have to turn it on, it is the prayer that turns this switch on. and an important element, because the moment the switch is on, the light starts to come, the current starts to descend, the electricity starts to descend, and light illuminate the bulb. So also the moment we say the prayer with this attitude, the transmission, the prana starts to flow into us and starts to illuminate our entire being. In this illumination, the darkness melts away, the impurities are melting away, everything is melting away, and your mind, with the step of the Pratyahara, diverting the senses. What is Pratyahara? It is your senses. That's why we close our eyes in the meditation. They are being drawn to the inner world where you are resting, rejuvenating. Just like how peacefully we eat, we eat. And at the end of the meditation, you make a sankalpa, because now at the end of the meditation, everything is clear. To whatever extent we arrive at that state because of the help of the transmission. And so you begin the day with the intention, this day is unfolding in the highest good, and I am flowing through this day, accepting everything with love, joy, and gratitude. I'm joyful, I'm grateful. You have to make that intention sankalpa. And the moment we start making it every day, it starts to happen where you start to think like that, you become like that. And so what is the key for success? Perseverance. Perseverance is the best guarantee for success. You have to be consistent, and this journey deep into ourselves leads us to the heart of our being, which is the our own, that the seer being established in our own self, where the mind becomes still and the seer starts to have the experience of the witnesshood and starts to perceive everything clearly in the external world, as well as that presence of its own self. So, and at the end, make an entry into the journal of how the meditation is, and you get up. So, this is the gist of how you would meditate on your own at home in the process, where with this state of the prayer, how you draw the transmission by yourself. So, every time we want to receive transmission, we don't just have to depend on a trainer to transmit to us. We can bring ourselves to that state of being and connect to the consciousness of the guide and experience and arrive at that state of stillness. So, thank you all for the patient hearing, listening to this patiently. We had some technical glitches, um, but let us now meditate. With these steps, let us at least meditate for 20 minutes and experience how it feels. Close your eyes softly. Take a deep breath and let go. Feel grounded to the earth. Feel the healing energy from Mother Earth enter into your being, and begin with relaxing your toes, feet, ankles, and your legs. Take a deep breath and let go gently. Feel the energy flow into your knees, thighs, and hips. Feel firmly grounded in the seat. Feel the free flow of energy flowing there, relaxing you. Take another deep breath and let go. Feel the energy flow into your lower back, your upper back. Relax your entire back, keeping your spine erect. Bring your awareness to your stomach muscles. Feel the energy flow there. Take a deep breath and let go gently. Feel the energy flow into your chest. Relax your chest. Bring your awareness to your fingers. Feeling the energy, relax your fingers, palm, wrists, lower arms, elbows and upper arms. Feel the free flow of energy flowing in your hands, relaxing your hands. Take another deep breath and let go. Your hands are completely relaxed. Bring your awareness to your shoulders. Feel the stress melting away. Relax your shoulders, neck, jaws, facial muscles, temples and forehead. Deeply relax your eyes. Feel your brain is resting. Your mind is calm. Your body is completely relaxed. Bring your awareness to your heart. Know that you are seated in the same place, meditating at the same time before sunrise. As you come into your heart, locate point B from the center of the sternum, going down one finger width and going inward to the left side of your chest, 4 fingers width is point B. Humbly, prayerfully, make the sankalpa, the intention, all the lower tendencies, impurities are leaving my heart's field through point B as smoke. You can keep the sankalpa for just 5 minutes when you are meditating at home. See, these impurities are leaving as smoke. See it, feel it, think it, let it go. As this is happening, my soul is glowing in brightness. My heart is filled with love. Feel that you have entered the sacred heart. Bring yourself to a state of humbleness in prayer. And from this place, submit the prayer. O Master, thou art the real goal of human life. We are but slaves of our wishes, putting bar to our advancement. Thou art the only God and power to bring us up to that stage. The source of light is present within me. The light from the source is illuminating my entire being. My mind is drawn to this light. My mind is resting in the light. The ocean of light, the ocean of love is in me. I am a drop submerged in that ocean. Rest in the light with utmost reverence. Let's meditate. That's all. Feel the calmness spread throughout your being. From this place of calmness, make the intention. This day is unfolding in the highest good. I am flowing through this day, accepting everything with love, joy, and gratitude. Every cell in my being is absorbing the silence. Feel the calmness spread throughout your being. You may open your eyes when you are ready. Thank you all for joining the session today. We apologize for the technical difficulties. I'm just your sister making efforts so we can all absorb the teachings of the great elders, our great masters, and bring and discover the new you in us, in each one of us. So, thank you all for joining today. Thank you all for the loving comments and the patient hearing. Thank you. See you all next week. Bye now.